It's Casual Friday today at most offices.
Yes.
We'd like to point out that in this studio, it's always Casual Friday.
It is, isn't it?
Monty was just telling us we're lucky he's wearing pants.
That's very true.
We're
so thankful, so thankful.
Yeah.
But I've got on a pair of pants that Ann got me after I got out of the hospital. They just kind of slip on, and they're very loose. And
yes, we've noticed that, Hal.
Yeah. Why would you notice the pants?
Well, it's kind of hard not to.
Well,
but
okay.
no, we all kind of, we take it easy because we're here very, very early in the morning. Nobody's going to see us, and we're gone before the day really starts, and so.
And I've got this little top on here that I'm very stylish this morning.
You are. You look good.
You think?
Yes, you're styling.
Yeah.
Jan Goss is an etiquette expert, a best-selling author, a keynote speaker, and runs Show Up Well Consulting. This is a protocol company based in Austin. Jan, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure. Listen, I'm just glad I came on to a place where you guys have clothes on.
Yeah, we feel very lucky.
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better about hanging around you guys.
Well, I'll give you a great question right off the beginning. What looks best on a 70-year-old man? Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay. All right.
Question.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of changes in the workplace nowadays. A lot of people don't want to come into the office anymore, so I would imagine dress code is going to be one of those things that's going to be discussed.
Yes.
So what do companies do?
That's a very good question, because so goes the company, so goes their employees. And the first thing that I think companies need to think about is, what kind of company culture do they want to promote? For you guys, like you said, early in the morning, no one's really going to see you. It's a different culture than if you have face-to-face dealings with international clients.
But
so it depends on what's going on in the office.
Yeah, if you're talking about culture, that's a different thing other than talking about individual types of what you think looks good. In other words, and I'll just say it, white people, black people, Hispanic, all have their cultures and all seem to be dressing different because that's their heritage. And for a business now to say you can't dress like that, that's pretty, that may be a no-no in this day and age.
It's not very inclusive. However, I do believe, and it is protocol, to follow the leader. So the leadership has to set the tone. They're the ones to set the tone for how to show up in the office. So if I'm expecting you to show up in business casual and I show up in my pajamas, then that's not going to work. So it has to start from the leadership. It has to start from the top and come down, and set super clear boundaries about how you want your employees to dress, about what the expectations are. Because if that's not set up front, then there's no room for any kind of reprimand if someone doesn't show up in the way that you expected.
Yeah.
I got in trouble once. There was a demand that we wear ties to work.
Yeah.
So I went out and bought a T-shirt that had a tie painted on it. They didn't find the humor in that.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
That's just
There's
rubbing
a rebel in every group.
There's always one. There's always, how do you handle it? How do you handle it? Somebody right now, they're at home getting ready to go leave, and they're dressed up like they don't want to be dressed, and they wanted to wear something different. What do you tell those people?
Well, sometimes you just have to suck it up. That's what I would tell them. Sometimes you just have to go with what the protocol is, because protocol is this, that you always err on the side of formality. Right. So if you're not sure, just dress up a little bit. It's also about the way that you feel in your clothing. Who doesn't feel great in a T-shirt with a tie on it?
Oh, yeah.
Unless, of course, you're Mark Cuban, then you can show up wearing anything you want and nobody's going to say anything.
Exactly, you can do that, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jan, thank you very much for being on with us this morning.
My pleasure.
All right.
My